All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, one of all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Rakam. We want to give double honors to our apostles at Great Millstone who taught us His truth, and a sincere Shalom to the elect out there teaching His truth in all honesty and sincerity in these last days. All right, and we're out here once again to prophesy the downfall of this place. Okay, and right now I wanted to get into because there was a big robot conference. Well, not really a robot conference, but a big conference by NVIDIA, which is the #1 chip maker for anything having to do with AI. And now they're starting to move into the realm of robotics, okay? And if you pay attention to what's going on in that space, not just robotics, but AI in general, okay, things are moving along very fast, okay? And that's a big march towards this MOTB system that's about to be unleashed on the world, okay? And basically what's going on is, if you look at the advancement, right, the main push is to have these AI and these robots take over tasks, okay, that people do. Go down the road.
Salakia, brothers, we moving because it's rain is coming down, so we're gonna get under this thing right here.
Slacky brothers, we were getting rained on over here. But yeah, back what we were getting into, man. All right, all these things all these advancements are going on in AI. The other day you had the United Arab Emirates said that they wanted to do a $1.4 trillion investment into AI here in Babylon, man.
I'll make a point real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know when the last time y'all brothers, everybody seen iRobot. When the last time y'all watched it though?
I watched it in the recent
It's been in a
months.
recent year for me.
Right, so like when Will Smith first when the dude committed suicide, the doctor and shit, he committed suicide, he do the when you first meet the owner of the company, he said, I forgot his name in the movie, but he said, Will Smith said to him, the richest man in the world. And that's what they say about Elon Musk. Mm-hmm. And another thing that Elon Musk said he wanted to do is they got them humanoid robots. He said he wanted everybody to have one in their house.
Yes,
and like when you, and that's how it was in iRobot.
Yeah.
Everybody, that's what they was pushing for.
Yeah, they had I think couple families had one in the movie.
Yeah,
And that's what they were doing at the NVIDIA Robotics Conference, man. They were vacuuming floors.
Yeah.
They were watering plants. And then they had this one that was going around. It was self-learning. It was memorizing everybody's face and shaking their hands and shit and introducing itself. So
it's a new movie out. What's it called with that robot you put me onto? Remember? I don't know if you put me onto it or I seen it myself. But it's basically about the same type of thing. But in this movie, it's like it's a pretty ass robot. You know what I'm saying? I think it's on Netflix. And she moving the dude house and shit, and she start like catching feelings for him, and he start cheating on his wife with the robot and having sex with the robot and shit. It's a good movie though. It sounds crazy, but then it ends up turning on the family and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause it was like one of them, one of them robots that looked like a real person.
I think I seen a clip of that on TikTok.
The black bald dude, was he?
Nah, it was a robot. I don't know, but it was a crazy.
Yeah, man, they got I was watching a video from the brothers in Dallas, and they got AI agents that do job interviews for these corporations now. It's a video screen, sounds just like a person's voice. So they don't even need HR people to do job interviews anymore, man. They just had the AI do it. If you need like a receptionist or something, the AI agent does it, man. You know, those are all jobs that are being replaced. And then eventually, man, it's going to get to the point where they need to come up with a system for all these unemployed people. And we know that that's going to be UBI, because that's been in the talks. Okay, but what implementation is going to have to be put into people in order for them to receive that UBI? That's where the MOTB comes in, man. Go ahead and get that in Revelation.
This is this is Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Right, so because we're not being drawn into this shit, right, we're keeping our faith in the Lord to provide for us, okay, and to look out for us and to guide us and protect us and to ultimately give us salvation, all right? He's going to keep us from that, man. He's going to preserve us from that, okay? Because it's going to be a lot, because who the hell grows their own food anymore?
Right.
You know, you're going to be separated from society if you eventually don't integrate with this. And they're doing it piece by piece, man. And it's getting to the point where, eventually get to the point where you got to be augmented to keep up with this AI or to receive the benefits of it. Go ahead.
Which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Right, and the word try, when you look it up, it means to test or to try one's faith. Okay? And damn near all these people out here don't got no faith, man.
Yeah, I got a precept too.
All right, continue on in that and then bring a precept out.
Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown.
That's right. Let no man take thy crown. Okay? So we have to preserve unto the end. And you got a lot of these, I'm not trying to get too deep into these bootleg camps today, but you got these bootleg camps that are having fucking rap concerts at the Passover and having all kinds of women dancing to music and shit. Okay? They're totally off and totally out of order, man. The Lord ain't gonna preserve them. Okay? They're not barking and warning about this shit, man.
Yeah, they're not putting out the warning. If you go to like, sometimes I like to do that, just to go to like the other camps and see what they talk about you don't even gotta watch the video.
Yeah, you just go to the page and you scroll and see the titles.
Like the dude Ariala from formerly Sakari, he got his new group House of Bread. He's like, his last video is explaining the House of Bread.
I've seen that.
Yeah, so we at the end, it should be the same thing as Sakari. The doctrine shouldn't change. Y'all just changed the name of the school.
Right.
You know, whoever wanted to stay with Sakari, stay with them.
Fucking
It's a new
break-offs.
school. All that shit should be the same. What you got? It's the same people following
It's
you.
like you starting over.
Right. Yeah.
And we at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. You starting over with that group, the Genesis group. That's a bunch of folly.
Oh yeah. When you look at their last shit,
They coming out with the green. They got green and yellow as they color.
they not out there. They're not warning the people. They're not talking about prophecy. It's only one group talking about prophecy.
That's right. And if you see it, the Lord is really separating these Israelite groups in 2025, man. This is hold what you got, and then I'll bring this out. This is Revelation 19:10. And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushai. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy. And that proves that these other camps, they ain't got the testimony of Yahushai, man. They ain't bringing out these prophecies, man. Because this advancement in AI is pretty much, there was an expert on it saying that the amount of jobs that it's replacing is doubling every year. Doubling every year, the amount of jobs that it's replacing, man, because it's advancing so fast, especially now with trillions of dollars being poured into it. You know?
Yeah, technology is pretty much going to take over society. Less people are going to have jobs. Less people are going to be wanted at particular jobs. You know?
They can just be replaced with a computer program for fucking $25 a month. They don't need breaks. You know? They don't need to go out and clock out for lunch. They don't need to have a smoke. They don't need to call in sick.
You're right about that. They can have them bitches running 24 hours.
Yeah, they ain't gotta leave early to go pick their kids up from school because they're sick. You know, they don't need holidays or vacation days or paid days off or none of that shit, man. You got a precept you're gonna bring?
Yeah, I got a precept, getting back to, for those that held their patience, the Lord to keep you from the hour of temptation.
That's right.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 2, the GNT Good News Translation. Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 11. The Lord is kind and merciful. He will forgive our sins and keep us safe in time of trouble. All right, because, we headed into a time of trouble. And during the times of the MOTB rollout, and along with Jacob's trouble and the famines and the pestilences and Esau Edom coming down with great wrath, with his robot dogs, his humanoid robots and all that, the Lord is going to protect us in the times of trouble. But those who lose their nerve are doomed. All right, it says, but those who lose their nerve are doomed, because the Lord commanded us to have faith and hope unto death, and to stand firm and be steadfast and unmovable and have patience. And the script says, patience possess ye your souls, and woe unto them that have lost patience. But those who lose their nerve are doomed. All those sinners who try to have it both ways.
Yep. One foot in the world and 1 foot in the truth, man. You know? That's not how this works.
I got something real quick.
Okay, I'm about to say it's still more.
Go ahead.
Doom is sure to come for those who lose their courage. They have no faith, and so they will have no protection. Doom is sure to come for those who lose their hope. What will they do when the Lord comes to judge them?
The scripture's saying, Psalm 34:7, that's one of the basics right there. It says, the angels of the Lord encampeth around them that fear him. Okay, that's a hedge. That's a guidance of protection, man.
Yeah, that scripture just said they have no faith, so therefore they have no protection. So that proves that in the time of trouble, if you don't have faith, you're gonna basically be butt naked out here. You're not gonna have no protection.
You gotta be, and the script says, be of good courage. You gotta have courage. You gotta have faith. You gotta have hope. You gotta have courage. You gotta have patience. It's a number of things you gotta have. That'll be all combined for you to endure.
This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, "Lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices."
That's right. We are not ignorant of his devices, man. We're always looking for the next trick that this devil's doing. And this AI is one of his big devices moving forward, man.
Yeah, like they portray, they advertise these different humanoid robots as if, it's something good. The same way they're gonna advertise the chip. They advertise it like you see the robots out there watering flowers and shit.
Yep.
Some of them gonna be able to push a lawnmower, and you may have an elderly person or even a person that's into technology like, oh shit, this could help me. And then next thing you know, Esau could hit a switch and change the whole program of the robot, man. All right, and these are really things that's coming to pass, because this is all a part of his technology.
Yeah. And you got, and then you read some of the comments of the people in this world, and they're scared to death of this shit too. There's all kinds of mixed reactions, man. But the Lord ain't gonna protect these people that are scared to death, man. See, we're not scared to death of this shit. Okay.
We want it to come. And the sooner the better, so we could get through it, and the Lord could return. Because the sooner these things takes place, the sooner the Lord returns.
I sent that video in the chat the other day of that. I believe it was that one attack dog that had a fully automatic machine gun strapped to it. That's operational next year. I looked into it, man. Early January next year, that shit's operational, and they're gonna mass produce that shit. The military said that they're gonna hand it down to the federalized police forces, man, like your NYPDs, your LAPDs, and your Chicago PDs and all that.
This is Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. It says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation."
Right. So there was never a time like this, man. There was never a time in the ancient times when there's a camera. I mean, we probably got like 4 or 5 cameras pointing at us right now. You know, cameras pointing at you 24/7. You know, robot fucking attack dogs. Okay, you leave a digital footprint everywhere you go. Okay, all kinds of you got to have permissions for this and permissions for that. You know, hell, in New York State, if your garden's too big, you got to have that shit registered and taxed. Okay, there was never a time like that, man, when people were under such mechanisms of control, and that's also a part of Satan's devices, man.
Yeah, it's also gonna be. It ain't just surveillance. It's gonna be because we ain't in this time that Daniel speaking of right now. It's gonna be a time where because when you read that, I'm gonna read it. Daniel 12:1 in the NLT. It say, "At that time, Michael the archangel who stands guard over your nation will arise. Then will there be a time of anguish greater than any since nations first came into existence." So it's going to be a time worse than it ever was in the world. It's going to be worse than slavery. It's going to be worse than when the white men came over and slaughtered the Indians. It's going to be worse than 70 AD when Jerusalem got, it's going to be, yeah, it's going to be worse than that. It's going to be worse than whatever happened to the worst of the heathens. It's going to be a bad time.
And you gotta use your imaginations and think about modern day society and how people are and how people function. And back in those times, people had a stronger spirit, mind, and body.
Well, you can clearly see that people is worse off than ever before. Like the kids it's crazy, bro.
They're wicked. They're wicked. People are wicked and weak.
And the police still got. Yo, I was on my day off. I had to go to the store, and the kids was getting out of high school, and the fucking they was in stolen cars. High school kids driving, swerving in the middle of the fucking street, and the police was just parked right there, and they was like, "Yo, we can't do nothing, because if we chase them, they could die or some bullshit."
Yeah, they got a law now. Like if it's a I heard about that. If it's a high-speed chase in a particular area, the police got to call it off. They got to call the chase off because they could be other people could get hurt or some shit like that.
Yeah, man.
But them kids can run somebody over. It was going up and down the street, back and forth in front of the police, bro. Two guys swerving.
Doing that shit.
There's a lot of these stores, man. These little corner stores. They don't even want these kids in their stores, man. You know,
stealing and
without adult supervision, because they bring in their bags in, they stealing shit, they're harassing the workers, man. These little kids are fucking demons now, man.
Knocking shit off.
Ain't no innocence in these young men and women out here.
It says,
yeah, could you reread that from the top of the show?
Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time.
Right. All these mechanisms are going to be used to terrorize people, man. Famines, right? Famine, civil unrest is written in the scriptures. You know, war.
Back to the mind state of modern day civilization. People fought over toilet paper. It was times during the bird flu situation, people was fighting over eggs. You know, so you had people fighting over eggs, people fighting over toilet paper. And this is when shit is so-called good and the shelves,
Yeah.
and the shelves is still stocked.
Society's pretty much held together right now.
Yeah, and
You know, there's
people's-
gonna come a time when it's gonna be unglued.
Yeah, like back in the ancient days, in the older times, people could go a day or two without food and be good, or go through certain hard times and situations and endure and make it through. But this microwave society and the way people think and act and move and the decisions they make, they go off of pure emotion, and it won't take long at all before things get terrible.
Well, hey, during the time of the siege of Jerusalem, right? I've looked into this. They had over 6 months worth of food stored up for the besiegement, and even then they got starved out. How long can the average American household go? A week?
Should it get
5
flipped
days?
Should it get flipped upside down damn near immediately?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, bro. It's like,
And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt.
right.
And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament.
Right, those that had the truth the whole time, that were sincere in the Lord, they kept the faith until the end. All right, they received that. They received that crown.
Yeah, that's a precept of Thessalonians 4, the 4th chapter. It said those who sleep, they gonna come up. Because when the Lord come back, that's when the resurrection gonna happen. Because he said he was gonna bring, they was gonna come first. They was the dead. Yahushua shall rise first.
The dead shall rise first, and Yahweh shall.
It says, and they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
Right, this truth is growing by leaps and bounds, man. All right, by leaps and bounds, and all these other doctrines and so-called religions that have been around for thousands of years, this Christianity, all right, they can't come up against this truth. Roman Catholicism, they can't come up against this truth because that's been proven as a falsehood. Okay, they ain't getting into the prophecies. They ain't talking about the times that are happening now. This is Psalm 37 and 5. Commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and the judgment as the noonday. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil, for evildoers shall be cut off. Okay? And the Lord is getting ready to bring down this kingdom and set up another. Okay? Which is going to be the kingdom of heaven. For yet a little while, Slakia, for evildoers shall be cut off. For those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. Now these Christians, they ain't got it, man, because what do the scriptures say in Deuteronomy? Okay, it says that Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. That's who's going to be in charge of this earth, man, and be joint heirs with Yahushua.
And a lot of them have a problem with that. They have a problem with us saying that we're going to be the future kings and priests that reign on the earth. But the reason why they have a problem with that is because a bunch of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are making those statements, you know? And we're basically standing for something. And what we're standing for is righteousness. You know, we're telling our people to have faith. We're telling our people not to eat particular things, to conduct yourself a certain way, you know, to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the scriptures to the best of your ability. When Esau sees you doing that, he has a problem. But you can be a Muslim. You can come back to Christianity, You can worship Jesus. You can be a 5%er, but the moment you say you're a Hebrew Israelite, then you're teaching hate. You're spreading false doctrine. You're doing this. You're doing that. Why? Because they know that what we're saying is true.
All that is of the world.
Yep, it's all of the world. Yep.
It's because it's of the world. They
Yep.
don't want you dealing with the spirit. They want you dealing with the world.
Mm-hmm. And all throughout history, the other nations knew that once we were connected to Yahweh Shem Shai, that we had a whole different force to us. Mm-hmm. We basically in history, when we were connected to our power, they couldn't get us to go off. So that's the same thing today. That's why you got the peons like the Vocab Malones, the Sonnetters, and people like that who try to come up against the doctrine and make it seem like what we're doing is so crazy and hateful.
They want you shook. They get shook up when they see Jake waking up, man. Yep. They want you sagging your pants. They want you with the dreadlocks. They want you with tattoos all over your body, man. They want you in these broken families and households, these single mother households.
They want you to be a nigga. Mm-hmm. That's what it is.
Because they know how dangerous a disciplined, focused Israelite can be.
It's the book of Judith, chapter 5. The book of Judith, chapter 5, verse 17. And while they sit not before their power, they prospered, because Yahweh that hates iniquity was with them. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles very sore. And they were led captive into a land that was not theirs. And the temple of their power was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies. But now they are returned to their power, and are come up from their places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and where the seat of the hill country, for it was desolate.
Yeah, and the modern day way of that would be you seeing different brothers from different countries, wherever they were scattered, waking up to the fact that they're Israelites. Mm-hmm. And, forming camps in their regions or their cities and going out and teaching. Mm-hmm. Like, when I was at work the other day, I seen two Jakes just walking in with one girl had on fringes on her skirt and the other dude had on a shirt with fringes on it. Now, does that mean that they're of the elect? No, but the point is that they at least they know they Israelites. Yeah. I didn't ask them, I didn't question them about their doctrine or nothing, but you're starting to see things like that in America and around the world. Jake with fringes on.
You notice in the border of blue.
And then eventually the elect is going to stand out from amongst that, Yep. Go ahead, bro.
Older Jake lady that work at a store by my house. She wear a dress with a border of blue and fringes. I never said nothing to her, but I noticed it. And I'm like, okay. Head always covered. And like you just said, you notice things like that now, Even if they they got the t-shirt Israelites, it's you just notice it, It's a sign that we're in the times of the Great Awakening.
It's Judith 5:20. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that it shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, or if their power dealing with them, let my Lord now pass by, lest the Lord defend them, and their power be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world.
Yeah, because when we're connected to Yahweh Shem Shai, these other heathen nations, they can't fuck with us. Mm-hmm. And they know that. That's why they have these different people and agendas to try to come against us. That's all. It's just it's spiritual oppositions. You got something? I was gonna read this, but yeah. Go ahead.
Back in Psalm 37 and 10. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. And that's going to be a beautiful day when the wicked shall not be, man. We're tired of these fucking devils. They're gonna be in the fields where they belong, man. Scrubbing toilets.
Obadiah 15.
In fact, they're going to be part of the toilet system. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be, but the meek shall inherit the earth. Just like Yahweh Shai stated, man. That the meek will inherit the earth, man.
In Psalms 2 and 8, it says, ask of me, and I will give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. So when the time comes, we're gonna rule the earth.
Yeah, what's the name real quick? Revelations 2 and 25.
I got it.
I'm gonna finish.
Just like in Matthew, so in heaven, so on earth, you know, and new heavens and a new earth.
This is back in Psalm 37. And shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming.
This is Revelation chapter 2 and verse 25. It says, but that which ye have already, hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And he shall rule them with the rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers.
That's all we got to do is be faithful. It's a he that overcome and keepeth my works to the end. We don't gotta have bulletproof vests on. We don't gotta give away backpacks. We don't gotta have guns.
A drug program.
Yeah, drug program, prison release,
a
all
food
this
pantry
bullshit.
program.
We
got to go on podcasts and all kinds of nonsense. It's like you go.
Yeah, and keep going and don't quit. Don't step down because the Lord humbled you.
He still can't be humble.
Yeah, and
I had to unsubscribe from that nigga channel because I found myself watching his videos. I said, hell nah, bro. This shit is. I'm being serious though. Like I would get a notification. I was watching what this nigga was saying. I said, I gotta unsubscribe because this shit it make me feel funny.
Yeah,
you know.
That's a fact.
Because he's still doing videos and talking about other men and what they did, and when you should just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, because you got you just
or
got,
not talk about nobody else at the least.
You just got a little bit of your judgment. The man talk about some he all in Mexico and shit. But your Lord can judge you out there, dog.
I really had to unsubscribe, bro.
You could have the cartel fucking kidnap your
because
ass.
when King David got judged, he killed King David, baby. He made his son go against him. It was a whole bunch of shit. It wasn't like it was one thing.
Right.
And King David fasted, and the Lord still took his son. Fasted
and also
he was actually sincere when he did it.
And he didn't. King David didn't make his situation minute. He admitted to what he did. He didn't try to downplay it and sweep it under the rug. You know. Right. And he shall rule them with the rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I have received of my Father.
So how are we the bad guys for saying that we gonna do it? The Lord put it in the book. He said we was gonna rule the nations. Who is the nations? The other nations besides Israel.
This is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 1. It says, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
For servants and handmaids. That's in the scriptures.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. And it shall come to
their oppressors, man.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from thy hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. So it's going to be a resting period. It's going to be a period of payback and rest.
Right.
And actually, when we take y'all captive, we ain't going to have to go, maybe in the beginning, go to Isaiah 49 and 23. Y'all gonna be bringing y'all sons to us. Y'all gonna be bringing them to us and get Isaiah 60.
Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 23. And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and queens thy nursing mothers.
Start up. 22.
Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 22.
60 verse 9.
Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will lift up mine hand to the Gentiles, and set up my standard to the people. And they shall bring thy sons in their arms, and thy daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders.
Yeah, they sons and their daughters gonna be carried upon their shoulder. They gonna be bringing their kids, because it's the last time y'all gonna see them.
Yeah, because y'all separated families.
Yeah.
Literally, you would have a children get taken from their mother and father, and then sometimes they wouldn't see them again.
Hey, but this gonna be a blessed thing.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, get Genesis with the blessings. Get Genesis 27. No, you finish that.
All right. It says, and kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, for they shall not be ashamed that wait on me. And I want to say something, because them licking the dust off our feet is something that's going to be appreciated in the kingdom. You know?
Yeah.
That shit don't, we're not looking for heathens to kiss our feet right now, man.
Nah.
Because I got to go to work on next week. So that shit not going to benefit me. You know, I got to pay the heat bill. So what if a heathen kiss your feet? You still in captivity, man.
Yeah, is he gonna serve you? Is he gonna walk around
Yeah.
and carry your bags? You feel me?
We still got to file taxes. We still
Yeah.
got social security numbers.
Yeah, that shit
man.
don't mean nothing. That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
This is Genesis.
No, the blessing part. I think it's 37, 27 and 37. Oh yeah, right here.
Yeah.
28.
Yeah. Genesis 27 and 28. Therefore, the Most High. Actually, you know what? I'll go to 26 for a little background. Genesis 27 and 26. And his father Isaac said unto him, come near now and kiss me, my son. And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his raiment and blessed him and said, see, the smell of my son is as the smell of a field which the Lord hath blessed. Therefore, the Most High gave thee of the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth and plenty of corn and wine. Let people serve thee and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's sons bow down to thee.
So it was always in place for us to rule over the nations. Go ahead.
Cursed be every one that curseth thee.
So if they against us and if they curse us, it's gonna be a curse
Curse
unto
upon
them.
them.
Go ahead.
And blessed be he that blesseth thee.
And then blessed be thee that bless us, that serve us. So them bringing their kids to us they better off doing that.
Yeah,
It's a blessed thing.
because what we're gonna do is we're gonna do things in righteousness.
Yeah.
We're not gonna do no freaky, nasty, defiled shit. So they're not gonna have to worry. We're gonna have to do things according to the law
Right.
and righteousness.
Yeah, ain't gonna be no FC Islands and shit going on. We gonna
Yeah.
actually teach them the right way.
Right.
It say that's why they had to put it. That's why it's in the law, even to the 10th generation. If a heathen, you probably gonna have heathen perfectly doing the law, but they still not gonna be in the congregation.
Right,
They ain't
right,
gonna be.
right.
Oh,
But they're gonna have to follow the ways of the Lord. Yeah, and if they don't, because it's not written in them, if they don't, then it's gonna be they're gonna get their ass whooped. You know?
And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone from the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau,
That was basically the point. 'Cause
I
I
got
was just showing that they get the blessings for
Serving us.
yeah.
Yeah. Because you're gonna be able to have a heathen in your good graces. He might be your favorite heathen. You know, that don't mean he might, it's my favorite. Esau had his favorites.
Yeah.
You know, the one slave might not get it like the other one. This is his favorite one. So we're gonna do the same thing. It's my favorite heathen. You know? And he gonna be standing by you like, yup, he gonna be up under you and shit. You know?
Telling on the other heathens.
Yeah. This is Jeremiah 30 and 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord.
right.
because they called thee an outcast, saying, This is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tents, and have mercy upon his dwelling places. And the city shall be builded upon her own heap, and the palace shall remain after the manner thereof. And out of them shall proceed thanksgiving, and the voice of them that make merry. And I will multiply them, and they shall not be few. I will also glorify them, and they shall not be small. Their children also shall be aforetime, and their congregation shall be established before me, and I will punish all that oppress them. So yeah, man.
And then when you go to Psalms, the 83rd chapter, it tell you that all other nations, that's who all oppressors. Yep. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 9. Surely the isles shall wait for me. The word isles mean nations.
Yep.
And the ships of Tarshish first, to bring your sons from afar, their silver and their gold with them. So it's not only is they gonna be bringing us their kids, they're gonna be bringing us their riches.
That's why the scriptures ask the question: Why leap ye high hills? Right?
Why
Why leap ye high?
It say, unto the name of the Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and to the Holy One of Israel, because he hath glorified thee. And the sons of strangers shall build up your walls. Yep. Their kings shall minister unto you. For in my wrath I smote you, but in my favor I will have mercy on you.
Yeah, and a part of that mercy is the Lord healing us, like he said. And the word minister means to serve. So their kings are going to serve us.
Yeah.
All these people you see in high places, these Edomites, these other nations, they're gonna be servants in the kingdom.
They're going to be kicking Elon Musk in his ass.
Yeah. Starting with the elites. This is Psalms 83 and verse 1. It says, keep, and then get on Obadiah 15. It says, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent.
Hey, they did a great job at that.
Yep.
They did a great job, and that's how you know these other nations they be knowing that we Israelites, but you could tell they all kept it amongst themselves. So they all in on it.
And the Most High helped them do that, because to prove that when you try to tell a Jake he's an Israelite, he really will buck up. Like, nah, I'm not that.
That's
fight you.
Like
sometimes.
That's why every single aspect of society is done to keep you down, man.
And you got
corner stores.
You got Israelites in the truth. They really don't understand that the whole concept. Because when you fall to, I'm not a Hebrew. You're retired. You never understood that. You couldn't have never understood.
A leopard can't change his spots.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bloodline. This ain't the boys club where you get a membership and then you say, I don't want the membership no more.
Like
you can't cancel your subscription.
It's like us retiring being African Americans.
Yeah, no, but this is what I'm saying. You got Jake that come up and they be like, oh, y'all the Israelites? Like, nigga, you an Israelite too.
Right.
We the Israelites.
You know, when you check that piece of paper, your ethnicity in this world, you gotta say African American. You can't go nowhere and say, hey, I retired from
I put Hebrew Israelite.
That's
right.
I'm
just playing.
No, I don't put nothing. I put other. Don't fill it out.
You can't go and be like, I retired being an African American. I now identify as a Chinese or a Caucasian.
Right, because
or
when
whatever.
they put you in the back of that cop car, that's what the fuck they gonna put.
African American.
That's why every distraction that they come out with is directed at you.
Aimed towards Jake. Every trend, every distraction.
Every single one, man.
It says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes.
Yeah, the Ishmaelites, the people, our people feel like that they friends when you go to the store. They the second nation.
Yep.
Yep.
They're supposed to be our cousins.
You go to these Islamic temples and these mosques
Yeah.
here in Babylon. It's like half Arabs and half Jake.
Yeah.
Jake tried to be like them niggas.
But at the end of the day, Ishmael know who you is, and he's not telling you.
And they don't fucking with you. They selling you Newports and weave, man.
Newports and weed.
They don't sell what they people like to buy. They sell what they know you want. Because they know your ass is gonna be the number one consumer.
Those are the blunt capitals, man. That's where Jake go to get his blunts.
It says
Yep.
Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur is also joined with them. They have Hopland, the children of Lot, Salah.
Hey, Tyre is them Africans. You got our people wanting to be Africans so bad, but they was part of that commission right there
Yep.
to keep you from knowing that you are Israelite.
Like that scene off Boys in the Hood when he was in the classroom. He said, I ain't no African. He was dead serious too.
That's a fact.
I ain't no
He didn't know
African.
who he was, but he knew it was no fucking
No, he wasn't an African, yeah. Go ahead.
So Psalm 75 and 5. I've been holding it for a while, but lift not up your horn on high, speak not with a stiff neck, for promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south.
Yeah.
But Yahweh is the judge. He putteth down one and setteth up another. For in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he poureth out of the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth, shall wring them out and drink them. I will declare forever, I will sing praises to the God of Jacob.
The God of Jacob. That's a possessive pronoun.
Yep.
Because he's not the God of all nations. He's not the God of all people. And for a while, that understanding was not in the earth. You know, it was known that he loves everybody, so to speak. But through the breaking down of the scriptures and the Most High waking up particular men, those strongholds have been broken down. It's literally, you know, when you was little, your mom had that dusty ass Bible on the table. More than likely, open up to Psalms 23. But nobody in the household had the understanding of what that Bible was talking about. But now the Most High has it to where we understand it. He's the God of one particular nation. And everybody else is extras and obsolete pretty much.
And then when you think about it that way, it all makes sense.
Yep. It makes sense why we're in the position that we're in. It makes sense why we went into captivity. It all makes, and then you look at the state of our people and the way they behave and the shit that they do. And then you say, if I was the Most High, I would have enslaved you niggas too.
Right, because no other, if you could look around the world and no other nation act the way is in the state of our nation. Even in so-called third world countries, the people don't act like Jake act.
Jake be in captivity, fucked up, and still entitled and wicked. Still show no signs of, humility and repentance. You have a nigga won't have a pot to piss in or a window and throw it out and still be proud.
Yep,
and act like he knows some shit.
Yeah, the dude from last week went to talk about some.
The Lord was a scientist.
Don't come down to the mission.
Don't come to the fucking homeless shelter. I bet I see y'all at the homeless shelter.
Yeah.
You gonna whoop all of us and shit.
Right.
Little midget nigga.
Right.
We should be,
He was like a dork.
we should be, we do, but Jake, as a nation, man, even though it's not gonna happen on this side, we should be crying to the Lord to get us out of this fucking condition, man. Because what good is it if you have riches and not a want for anything, but then you drive down the street with your Bentley and you see crackheads, or you see people suffering of your nation? And that's the thing. It's not gonna be like that in the kingdom. The whole nation is gonna be good.
Israelite kids eating cereal for fucking breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. It says it's gonna be no more sorrow, no more crying when in the kingdom.
They're talking about in Baltimore, which is a chocolate city, that not a single school the kids passed their math exams, man. You know, not a single school.
What is that? Revelation 21?
Yeah, they say the
Or is it 22?
IQ of Americans has been going down
19?
over the decades.
Or is it 4? 21 and 4? We're 19.
19 is in here.
It's at the point where a lot of these inner city schools need fucking police just in the school, man. Kids ain't even safe to come home, man. Like sending these kids to school is like a life and death sentence, man.
A lot of schools got metal detectors and shit.
That's the state of our people right now. You know?
Got more?
Yeah, one more verse. All the horns of the wicked also will I cut off. And those horns represent the leadership, man. Okay? They're about to be cut off. You see all this shit going on with
What's the name?
NATO
It's better.
going into Russia?
65 and 17.
All right, NATO doesn't want to stop going to war with Russia. They're still financing Ukraine. What is it? The UK just signed like a 100-year deal that they're going to finance Ukraine for 100 years. But the horns of the righteous shall be exalted.
This is Isaiah chapter 65 and verse 17. It says, the joy of a new age. It says, for behold, I will create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come to mind.
Yeah, we ain't even gonna think about that shit no more. We ain't gonna think about slavery. We ain't gonna think about this time. We ain't gonna think about the worst time ever upon the face of the earth, which we coming into. We ain't gonna think about it because we gonna have eternity to enjoy life. You know, we gonna have kingdom to enjoy. Go ahead.
But be you glad and rejoice forever.
Forever. We gonna be glad and rejoice forever. You know what I'm saying? So
And-
that's why you ain't supposed to be in the sorrow spirit because we got forever coming. Go ahead.
In that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy. And I will rejoice in Jerusalem and joy in my people. And the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying.
Yeah, the voice of weeping and crying, that's never gonna happen again. Even if you laugh so hard, you know how sometimes you laugh so hard, you got no crying at all. That ain't happening. We probably ain't even gonna have tear ducts no more.
There shall be no more thence an infant of days, nor an old man that have filled his days.
Yeah, ain't no stillbirths, a kid got hit by a car. That shit ain't gonna happen.
Or an old man that gets old and wrinkled and fulfills his days.
Right. So that's them Sakari teach you live for 1,000 years.
And plus, in your new body is not gonna get decrepit.
Ain't gonna be our young men getting destroyed by gang violence, man.
It says, for the child shall die 100 years old, but the sinner being 100 years old shall be accursed. And they shall build houses and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and eat the fruit of them.
Yeah, we're going to enjoy the fruits of our labor, because over here we don't get that.
And that was a part of the curses, that you was going to build and not inhabit.
Right. You got all these things that so-called African Americans, Jacob invented in slavery and coming out of slavery, and they don't eat off that. The street light.
Yep.
Whoever the family or the man who made that is supposed to be rich. He not.
Street light, stoplight, fucking refrigerator,
The dustpan,
the
air conditioner,
motor, airplanes, all of that.
And all these buildings and infrastructure is Jake built.
the memory.
Yeah, they say
The railroad.
They say, oh, I be seeing shit. Oh, how were the pyramids built, nigga? Jake. Fuck. It be fucking.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
not
man.
a hard
Yeah.
answer. How did they get the perfect symmetric? Nigga, that was us.
That's the next big distraction, man. Because Esau said that he
They won't even
went.
give us the credit.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Who the fuck you think they had in slavery?
Yeah,
Us.
they had to go back and go back
Esau
and
went and said that he seen below the ground of the pyramids. That's the next big distraction that's about to hit. They said they seen them giant fucking pillars and shit under there.
Yeah, then they said, how was the pyramids built? And then they show a fucking AI effect of this 40-foot motherfucker carrying a tombstone and shit. Nigga, that's not how they was built. Esau be on some fuck shit, man. big ass 40-foot niggas with carrying the big stone, setting it down all slow and shit. Nah, nigga, that was Israelites.
Yeah. And then what about the pyramids, the Mayans, the Aztecs?
Yeah. But see, that proves it because those are all a part of the 12 tribes. We all had that skill. You know? It wasn't no big ass 40-foot niggas building them shits, man. It says, they shall not build and another inhabit, they shall not plant and another eat. As for the days of a tree are the days of my people, and mine elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands. They shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth trouble, for they are the seed of the blessed of the Lord, and their offspring with them. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer, and whilst they are yet speaking, I will hear. The wolf and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw like the bullock, and the dust shall be the serpent's meat. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all of my holy mountain, saith the Lord.
All right, so the earth is going to live in perfect melody and harmony with each other, man. You know? You ain't going to have to worry about your kids going out at night and not coming home.
You ain't gonna have a ring camera.
Yeah. You won't need the ring camera.
On the front of your castle. Ain't gonna be no ring camera. All right?
Ain't gonna be chomos all over the place and sex offenders.
Yeah.
You know? You're gonna have to worry about Edomite teachers, you know, touching your kids at school and luring them with laced candies and shit. You got hey, the brothers, one of the brothers did a live stream earlier this week. I believe it was in Chicago, and they said on their way to go do the live stream, there was a bunch of Latinos stabbing each other, man, out in broad daylight. That, you know, that
that's
the scriptures say, yeah, that's the curse. I shall be evil towards thy brother. That's going to be done away with.
Yeah, there's not gonna be no more hate in the land of Israel. This is Revelation chapter 20 and verse 3. It says, and I saw a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. And Yahweh himself shall be their power. And Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. And there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain. For the former things are passed away.
And that's one of the reasons why our people they speak out so much, man. Even though they're lost in their thought process, because there's so much sorrow and pain amongst our people, man.
I got something real quick. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, verse 21. And say unto them, thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whether they be gone, and I will gather them on every side, and bring them into the land, into their own land, and I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all, and they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore.
Yeah.
And that king that's talking about is Yahweh Shai, man. All right? Ain't gonna be no more two nations.
Yeah, no more being divided, you know? And that's what we got. That's what we got to look forward to. Us being a peaceful people amongst each other.
And unity for real.
Yeah, unity is not gonna happen on this side. All camps ain't gonna get together. We ain't doing no nationwide fast for niggas who get caught up in they bullshit. We ain't doing none of that. We still gotta do the work. Like we read earlier, he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
You ain't even gonna be able to buy a pegging kit in the kingdom, man.
In the famous words of Kobe Bryant, job's not finished.
Yep.
The job's not done. We still gotta plow. Right? So yeah, man, we still got work to do. We still got brothers and sisters to wake up. You know? We still gotta be on the front lines.
Yes, we still gotta still gotta build, you know, and strengthen our spirits and minds, you know, because the end is not yet. You know, the end won't be until the MOTB becomes mandatory and pushed on the masses of the people. So you know, so until then, you know, it's
And then the nuclear missiles fly.
then the nuclear missiles fly.
But once that chip hits, everything is going to be sped up drastically.
Once that chip hit the mainstream and it's made mandatory, that's when you really legit gonna know, like, we there. We at the finish line is there.
We got something we got to close up.
Yeah, this is 1 Timothy 4:14. Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying on of the hands of the presbytery. Meditate upon these things, give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear to all.
Yeah, so if you were given this gift, you're supposed to give yourself wholly unto this, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
It was prophesied that we would be raised up in these last days, man, and sent out.
And Tawada to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai for waking us up and giving us this understanding, man. No matter how, you know, no matter how hard it may seem at sometimes, man, we got this, man.
You just gotta be thankful,
You know,
and grateful, man, with all thanksgiving.
We have the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding and the correct doctrine to be able to withstand ourselves. So we're good,
And patience.
you know, and Lord willing, we stay good. Lord willing, go ahead.
Verse 16, this is the last verse of the chapter. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine,
There you go.
continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee.
That's self-explanatory.
That reminds me, man, that there's a couple brothers that have been sharing my videos lately, man, and you know, you know, throw out to those brothers, man, because when they like and they share, that means that they're actually watching and you know, growing, you know.
Hey, so with that, we're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. All right, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. Peace and blessings and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. All right, Lord willing, you will edify. Lord willing, we'll see you next week. Shalom.